Well, hello, and welcome back to another exciting edition of Coffee with Stephen. So, in today's blog, we are going to be talking about something that undoubtedly you have already heard about, and that is the newest version of St. Benitez's decision in Duncan v. Bonta, originally Duncan v. Becerra. And for those of you who aren't aware of it, California had a still technically has a magazine control act. This limits the number of rounds we can have in a magazine to no more than 10. This law was originally passed at the end of the 1990s. It was subsequently enhanced by Prop 63, which simply said that mere possession of the magazine was illegal. A woman by the name of Victoria Duncan sued the state of California, saying that the law was unconstitutional, and Judge Benitez down in San Diego agreed with her, overturned the law, created back in 2019 a 1-week period of time, which has been labeled as Freedom Week, where everybody bought their standard capacity magazines. This was then appealed by the state to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, where a 3-judge panel upheld Judge Benitez's decision to the chagrin of the state. This was then subsequently appealed to what's called an en banc review. This was an 11-judge panel of the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals that overturned the 3-judge panel, said, no. The law is perfectly constitutional based on an interest balancing test. This was then subsequently appealed to the United States Supreme Court. The Supreme Court issued the Bruin decision. They then overturned the Duncan en banc panel decision, sent the case back down to them and said, you got it all wrong. Do it again, but this time use the Bruin test that we've just come up with. The Ninth Circuit, not wanting to be bothered, sent it back down to Judge Benitez. Judge Benitez, back in March, had his oral arguments on this case, and last Friday issued his decision. It doesn't come as any surprise that he would still find the Magazine Control Act to be unconstitutional, and in fact, that's exactly what he did. He wrote, once again, a brilliant decision. Saint Benitez is one of the finest writers on the bench, and I deeply encourage you, if you have the opportunity, to read any one of his opinions, and not even just his opinions that are relegated exclusively to the Second Amendment. His opinions in general are exquisitely drafted. He is truly a remarkable intellect. The fact that he happens to agree with us makes it that much more pleasurable. But in any event, wrote a spectacular decision. Now, this time, the state kind of knew what he was going to do, and they asked for a stay on the decision for 10 days so that they could appeal it. Having not read it yet, they just simply knew that it was going to be wrong. So because they had asked for the stay, he granted the 10-day stay. They have already appealed the decision to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. Now, they haven't, as of this video, they haven't actually articulated why they think he got it wrong. They're just sure he did. In any event, we'll have to see what happens at the Ninth Circuit. But his decision is going to be very, very difficult to overturn on a Bruin standard. Once again, he did an exceptional job of just laying out his arguments. In any event, we'll be watching this, obviously. Definitely read the blog this week. I think it's very, very important. As always, train constantly, train consistently, train repetitively, and train with purpose. Above all else, stay safe.